This is Trevor 1, and now an afternoon of Six Nations Rugby action in the return for a brand new series of Grandstand. Good afternoon. Grandstand's back with a new look, but the same old brilliant sporting action. And this is what we've got for you today. We're going to be bringing you these Six Nations here, and we have exclusive rights to show you all the games from every country and every round. And today we're starting off the tournament with Wales versus Italy. Coverage of that is next. We're then heading over for the big game between Ireland and Scotland at the Aviva Stadium. Stay tuned for that, that follows our first game. And our last game today is in the Stade de France. It's France versus England. Don't go anywhere. So those are the games that we have for you today here on Grandstand, and I hope you like our new studio look and you like the new opening. Let's go ahead and let's waste no time. We're going to start off and we're going to bring you the action, and we're starting off with Wales versus Italy. Live for us as always is Trevor McLaren.
Looking throw in the end. Wales have the opportunity to break it away. Swing through the middle. It's a very congested half at the moment. Italy have turned them all over. This has gone wide. This is a Guinness. He's tackled down. This is the big 14 for them, Bella Tutti. He's down and Italy have the ball. Scrum half Telebeletti throws the ball out. And back in again, and this is Castello. And Castello with a great pass through. And a wonderful bit of rugby. Polidori's pass out to Campingard. And Italy have a surprise try here in the Principality Stadium. Michel Campanard has gone over for Italy. Great, but this was for Bellini. The pass came through to Polidori. A little pop pass. Michel Campanard's composure was fantastic. And Italy at the moment, to their credit, have stunned Wales in the Principality Stadium. That's a bit of a shock from a Welsh standpoint. But the Italians have been able to sometimes match people. Tommaso Allan is coming over. The conversion is relatively straightforward and it's a good conversion. And in all fairness, it's a brilliant start for Italy. Italians again, quite comfortable moving the ball. Passed by the aptly named Ferrari, the big number 3, the big prop. And that looked a pretty nasty challenge by Wales's captain, Alan Wyn-Jones. He's been penalised. This is about almost 40 metres in. Tommaso Allan has elected to kick a goal. And a bit of a shock developing at the Principality. Is this going to be 10-0? Do you know what it is? 10-0. Good conversion. Wales need to wake up here. Italy smell an upset. play the way out of the 22. Wales do get the ball, and that was more a clothesline than a tackle, and it's perfectly deserving here of the yellow cards. Zanini, the second row, is booked. What will be the truth? Gareth Ainscombe is lining up. Ainscombe is eyeing this one up. That's 3 points back, so that's a start for Wales, but they're going to need a bit more today, you feel. And Wales steal the line out. Excellent stuff. Maul is called, and look at the Welsh heaving their way into the Italian 22. That is magnificent work in the end. Great work. Just brought down Josh Navidi right in front of the posts. Wales looking to break the game line, and they nearly did there. Retain the ball, release called. Pass goes out wide, and surely Francis is inside and back out and over. A great moment for Welsh rugby fans to see them get over. George North, the winger, is always on hand to provide the killer moment. It was good work in the end. Francis here with the opportunity, little pop pass inside to Ross Moriarty, and then when it popped back out, there was George North to dive over the line. Wales perhaps got themselves out of jail, got themselves in the match, got themselves level. Credit for Hadley Parks' little pass out to George North that has changed this game. Has changed it potentially for the better. Gareth Ainscombe look to convert. I'd fancy this from here. And we're tied at 10 apiece. Turn the ball over. It's been the story of the game. This is the try scorer, Ian Cabino. The pass goes out wide now. This is Bellini, and now the pass is quite through quite brilliantly. Oh, Alison Tommaso going over. Tommaso Allan has got it for Italy. Oh, they've stunned Wales again. Tommaso Allan, fantastic. Well, it was such good rugby at the moment. I read his name out backwards, and apologies for this. Credit to the pass for Bellini, and Tommaso Allan providing the run. Liam Williams at fullback couldn't do anything to stop this. But this was excellent play on the wing. Bellini's pass inside to Allan, who dives over. The chasing pack of Adam Beard and Liam Williams could get nowhere, and the try scorer for Italy now has an opportunity to kick, convert his own try, and he'll do it. It's 17-10 to Italy. This is turning out to be a shocker for Wales. Italian with more ball in the Welsh half again. Excellent pass. Now the try scorer is over. This is Compagno. Oh, he's through. He's going to score. Another score for Italy. A shocked Principality cannot believe what they're seeing. Michel Kimpinard has gone over. Look at this, it was an excellent little pass, wonderful bit of dummy. It's great rugby, but it's shocking everybody here in Cardiff because it's coming from the men in the blue shirts. The Italians are on course for their most famous moment in the Six Nations, perhaps in their rugby history here. Well, I say 2 tries today. Tommaso Allan is getting set for another kick at goal. He's been impeccable today. And it's a 14-point, it's 2 converted tries ahead. Amazing game. Oh, it's not going Wales' way. They've lost the line out. Mourner's called. Italy in their own 22. Long kick forwards. Back to Liam Williams. It's his pass. This is Tipperick. Alan Wynne-Jones with a pass inside. Josh Navidi again. Alan Wynne-Jones again. Excellent bit of work. Gareth Ainscombe is down. Wales get the ball and recycle it again. Gareth Davis with the ball thrown out wide. Excellent pass out wide to George North for Wales. George North's gone into the 22. He's tackled well by Spadini, the fullback. Tipperick again with a pass out wide. And a fantastic pass back. Excellent rugby. Hadley Parks with the try. Wales respond in the only way they know, with great rugby. Fantastic. Oh, this was just Tipperick's little pass inside. Excellent pass out wide. Hadley Parks just sprinted for the line. George North was well tackled here. It's excellent work to recycle this. Tipperick with a little pass inside. Excellent ball out wide. It almost took out 7-8 Italian back straight away, and Gareth Ainscombe has got the opportunity to put 2 more points on the boards. Wales are fighting back. And with 12 minutes left, they're within a try of levelling this. Can they win it from here? Once again on the ball, deep in their own half. Those long kicks the Italian play not really working. Excellent work by Adam Beard. Fantastic pass has gone out wide. It's George North. Nobody's there. North's going over for Wales. Another try. What a 3 minutes of rugby. Oh, magnificent. George North is over. Fantastic stuff. Completely unchallenged. Where was Spendini? He was nowhere to be found, the Italian fullback. George North ended up scoring one of his easier tries. And when he received it, he knew he was going to score. And he got himself near to the posts. And this Six Nations is kicking off with an absolute classic here in the Principality, formerly the Millennium Stadium. Well, they were level at half time with 8 minutes to go. Gareth Ainscombe's made sure that we're in for a fantastic finale. It's 24-all. Again, here come Wales again. They look a completely rejuvenated side, and a horrible challenge by Steyn, the Italian with South African heritage. Now, choices here. Tap and go decided. Out wide by Anscombe. And again, and great one. This is Alan Wynne-Jones. The pass is out wide. It's fantastic. It's Josh Adams. Can he do it? Wow, magnificent. Wales have scored. Brilliant moment for them. Hadley Parks, is the man that's got it. But Alan Wynne-Jones' work was fantastic. Hadley Parks provided the wonderful moment, sprinted his way to the line, over to score, over my dead body. Great work by the captain. Excellent pass out wide. What a turnaround for Wales. 3 tries in 6 minutes. They have been outstanding, and they have almost like they flipped on the switch and started to play rugby, you'd say. But they now lead by a try. Ainscombe will have the conversion. And with 3 minutes to go, the lead is 7 points. Italy now need a try to draw level, but this is probably improbable. There goes the buzzer. So the ball's got to go dead, and that was Bellini. In Italy believe you have vibes of South Africa and Japan here, and Alan Wynne-Jones with a horrible tackle. He's got to go. He will sit out the rest of this match. A horrible high tackle. Surely a tap and go. Yes, indeed. That is what has happened. Italy trying to push again and trying to break through the game line, which they've done. Oh, there's a chance. That's a terrible challenge. Castello was through. Another high tackle has been made. Ross Moriarty is over. Josh Adams is sin binned. Wales have 13 men to survive this because it will be a tap and go. They've got to hang on. Pass come through. Surely not. It's a hat trick. It's the hat trick and the draw. Got to make the conversion. Wales have thrown it away with disastrous defending. Michel Kempinard has got over, got the try. It's amazing here in the Principality. Italy are stunning Wales in the opening game of the Six Nations of 2020. Tommaso Alam, what's going to be thinking? Perhaps the biggest result is available to Italy. Will he get it between the posts? He's done it! It is it! It is Italy who have tied with Wales. An incredible 31. Oh, that is amazing. One of the great games of rugby here in Cardiff.
Well, great result for Italy. Who would have thought they would somehow manage to draw with Wales? For Wales, that may go up with a surprise defeat to Samoa back in the 1991 Rugby World Cup. It really is astonishing times for them as well. That's an amazing result that we've got to kick off Six Nations here on Grandstand. So let's hope things continue. We've got another game that's just about to kick off. That's happening in the Aviva. Ireland's taking on Scotland, and watching this one for us is Trevor Mullins.
There's always a case of respect between these two sides over the years, but neither side had a particularly good World Cup. This is a particularly good bit of play. That's excellent stuff, and it is the opening try for Ireland. Robbie Henshaw, I don't think he'll get much easier. Scotland really let Ireland swarm all over them, and Robbie Henshaw said thank you very much. It was a good pass in the end to him by Keith Earls, and Robbie Henshaw following up. Sometimes he's just a case of just following that instinct, and this was it. Running outside and was there to receive the pass. It was a great dummy. Blair King-on was completely done by it. Ireland are over. And the opening try. Dublin. Ireland's captain, Jonathan Sexton, to kick. 2 more points. And 9 minutes gone. It sneaks over. Ireland have a 7-point lead over Scotland. Ireland are dominated against Sexton with a pass out wide. And a horrible challenge on Jacob Stockdale. Blair King-on sadly is going to be sin bin, and quite rightly so. That was an appalling challenge. Sexton has decided to go for goal from here. They're hoping to win possession and go over again, I think, with their pressure. 3 points is what Ireland would have wanted. Jonathan Sexton's given them a little reward. The lead is 10-0. Excellent work again. Ireland breaking the ball with pace and with a chance, and it goes out wide quite fantastically. Excellent dummy. Excellent try. Hold your hands up and applaud that. That was magnificent stuff. Scotland have no answer to this Irish wonder. Gary Ringrose, the centre. Well, when the pass came to him from Peter O'Mahony, he just zeroed in on the line. Look at this. Sexton into O'Mahony. Ringrose just runs it over. Great try for Ireland. look to be looking to put this game to bed early. Sexton with the kick. It's a good kick, very good kick. 17-0 now. Scotland are getting overrun. Somewhere there by Johnny Gray to win that. Scotland break the ball out. Now an opportunity to run, and this is a great run. And that's a fantastic run. That's a great sprint in the end. Stockdale's part. Oh, so he's got out wide again. All the way for one of the great tries. Tommy Seymour goes over for Scotland. Well, Ireland were 5 metres from the Scottish try line. Tommy Seymour has received the ball after an excellent pass. A great run. He's run round Dave Kearney and then picks his spot to go over. Conor Murray has his head in his hands. Ireland will be thinking, how did that happen? It was more a defensive lap, perhaps from Ireland, to try for Scotland. It's at least a way back into the game for them. But Tommy Seymour, take a bow. That was a great bit of counter-attacking rugby. Scotland's captain Finn Russell, first opportunity he's had to kick all day. And the left foot kicks the conversion perfectly. It's only a 10-point lead now for Ireland. Scotland again, losing out to pressure. That's a good run in the end by Healy. It was brought down, a high tackle is called. Magnus Bradbury with it. He's got away with it. On this distance, Jonathan Sexton in his ability, in his form. Very much fancy his chances from here. About 40 yards or so. It's easy. Easy for a man of his ability. The Irish skipper makes it 20-7. One kick. Scotland now the opportunity to go. Tommy Seymour with a little pass inside. Ireland throwing the pressure on. Scotland's got their only try from an excellent counter-attack. Good pass out of the way by Gray. Massive hit that was by Taddy Furlong. Scotland were holding on. Taddy Furlong has got an excellent challenge. It's now Jonathan Sexton again to have another kick at goal. He has been immaculate at aiming for those posts. Jonathan Sexton. That's the kick. The lead is growing again. Maybe out of sight of Scotland soon. Kinley's throw. Scotland with a chance. There's men over. There should be a try. It's a brilliant, brilliant challenge. Scotland have the ball though. Excellent defending by Ireland. And the chance just in there for Grant Gilchrist, who stopped on the line. And over. Josh Strauss. Scotland are within touching distance of Ireland. This might not be over yet. Josh Strauss, he was there. Look at that, so close. You can see the try line just a metre in front of you. But Josh Strauss waited and then took full advantage, the big man, the big number 8. Well, that was a great bit of rugby. Good defending, you have to say, by Ireland, but numbers showed Scotland have their second try. Finn Russell with his second attempt at a conversion today. Ireland have done very well to keep them quiet, mind you. This is a bit of an angle, bit of a wind. A bit of class there. Game on a little bit. The lead is just 9. 9 points the difference between these two sides. Ireland looking to try and finish finish things off again as well. Robbie Inshaw is brought down and Ireland will look to recycle the ball. Sexton goes out wide, passes cut inside again, and now the opportunity, and all the way is Jonathan Sexton, and that could be it. That could be it. Oh, Jonathan Sexton received a fantastic ball and made his way to the line as quickly as he could. Ireland, and perhaps the man of the match today. Excellent little pass by Conor Murray after good exchanges between James Ryan and Ian Henderson. And there's Jonathan Sexton to go over quite brilliantly. There is it. Ryan, Henderson, and there is Sexton. Well, everyone inside Dublin enjoyed that. Six Nations is starting very well for Ireland. There's Celtic war between these two respected rivals. Jonathan Sexton is the star of the show. 30-14. Trying to restore some pride and get themselves back into the game, but they're not going to do it if they're going to hold on there. Another penalty. Discipline's been poor, you'd have to say. Now this is inside the Scottish half, and Jonathan Sexton on his form today fancies another kick a goal. Deep breath, this is some distance. There's the buzzer. There's 3 more points. It's 33-14. It's a dominant win for Ireland today, who have completely outplayed Scotland. Ireland returned to form after these two teams had a very poor World Cup. And it is Ireland that have shown just what they're capable of and have laid down a bit of a marker today as potential challengers for this year's Six Nations.
So, comprehensive win for Ireland over Scotland. Both of these sides both had poor World Cups, both well beaten by Japan. But let's hope that they can take this forward for Ireland. They look like they're in the mood for revenge, so that can only be a good thing. So, here's the one you've been waiting for. France versus England has always been a classic here in the Six Nations, in the Stade de France, with the Parisian crowd right behind them. It seems a massive task for England. Let's hope they're up for it. I mean, after all, they did wallop the All Blacks, didn't they, in the Rugby World Cup. The Rugby World Cup finalists versus Rugby World Cup quarter finalists. Taking us through this one is Trevor Butler.
Well, thank you very much, and welcome to the main event here on Grandstand. Six Nation Rugby in the Stade de France. It doesn't get bigger than this. France and England. France have no concerns in their lineup. Louis Picamoz is the captain, will lead a side which has got danger and flair and more strength and fancy their chances. And for England, this is as big a test as they face. But for the beaten World Cup finalists, can they pick themselves up off their feet? And can they find the ability to kick on in this year's Six Nations? Farrell will kick. Here we go. Six Nations is up and running. Taken in, and France making no time. They've got the ruck. Ball being spread away. Pass inside, the little kick forwards. Taken in by Daly. Still have it. Pass goes out wide in the end. And inside again. Anthony Watson is brought down, and France have turned the ball over. That's a good little layup past Gabaringas here. No, there's a long kick forwards. It's got to be dealt with. It's not dealt with. It's a great take in the end by Vahamahina, who is just short of the line. Clever little pop passed over. That's a try. That's a try for France. Great work to score. England have been undone. Owen Egerts has got over. Oh, well done the big number 11, just providing the opportunities. Johan Igert receive the ball, despite the best efforts of Anthony Watson, never going near him as well. Laurier here did really well to win that take. Ball was high in the air. It was a good pass across. Here he goes, says thank you very much. Great start for France. Camille Lopez. A kick a goal. We barely had 5 minutes. And France have converted the try and have got the perfect start here in the Stade de France. Well, England will want to take the crown out of this game. The partisan crowd here in Paris are loving every minute of this, and it's a good pass by Fofana out wide again, and this is Pinot. He's down, and a holding on penalty. Pinot here is penalised. Owen Farrell has the ball in hand. He might be thinking about a kick a goal. He is indeed. 52, 53 metres. It's a steady wind, it's a cold day. Owen Farrell has ice of steel here, that's fantastic. Great penalty to punish the mistake. Snedeker out wide now, this is Courtney Laws, excellent pass by him. All the way through to George Ford, George Ford's pass inside. This is Tuolani, Tuolani's pass inside and brought down right in front of the post. England were hoping they were going over. Itoje now, Underhill. And there is a chance for Billy Vunipola. England have done it. Real qualities, and that try is applauded by some of the French players. Billy Vunipola goes over quite comfortably in the end. It was great work, continuing to recycling. Maro Itoje's little pass. Sam Underhill, that was the key pass. Billy Vunipola, the big number 8, just went for the line. Nothing that France could do here. England have got themselves level with sensible attritional rugby. Billy Vunipola is the man for England. He's gone in the corner. This is a difficult conversion for Owen Farrell. But a steady wind here in the Stade de France will help. He's just hit that perfectly, hasn't he? Absolutely perfectly. Owen Farrell's made it 10-7. England lead by 3. They're putting in the scrum. Just on half time. England's pack row powering through. The forwards here doing a fantastic job. Schnelliger and Jamie George driving forwards. Lovely little pass. Farrell, option goes out wide inside to Underhill. Billy Vunipola's brought down for a horrible challenge, a high tackle even judged by our referee. And Owen Farrell, meat and drink for him. Could put England 6 ahead in the Stade de France. Right on halfway, he's been lethal from long range and punishes France again. England are leading 13-7 at half-time in the Stade de France. It's looking promising, but there's a long way to go here. And just look at that. It's calm, it's back, it's Tuolani who's got in, and the test match official here wants to go to the video replay. He's not sure this has been grounded. England with the break. Underhill the pass. Courtney Laws the provider again. Jamie George going for the line. Just gave it out to Tuolani to make sure. He's tackled, I think, by Ficao here. The French centre, I think, who tries to do it. It's a case of, does this ball get grounded? Does Manu Tuolani get downward pressure on this to be as a try? George could have gone over here, casually knocked it back to Tuolani. I think Jamie George didn't know where he was. Ficao it was that made the challenge, and the try's been given! The try has been given! Oh, the French will fall hard done by. Owen Farrell's been waiting an age to kick that and punishes France. And England are turning on the style. It's as if that World Cup final defeat never happened. Excellent work again. Billy Vinippolo driving through, and the penalty. Hiding on, it burst through the game line and was brought down. And this is now leading France with an opportunity to get themselves back into the match. Baptiste here. Excellent kick. France are only within 10. We've got a bit of a game here. Wonderful drive in the end by Olivier, who goes down in the end, and French need support, and another penalty, disaster. It's been the French discipline that's letting them down. Just as Laurier had burst through, holding on, and Owen Farrell looked to punish. France again. It's another immaculate kick. Yes, it is. It's fantastic. Owen Farrell's made it England 23, France 10 now. Kick forward by Bernards. Taken again by George Ford. Pass going outward to Johnny May and bursting through Sam Underhill. Sam Underhill for England for the line. Can he do it? He can! Magnificent! Absolutely magnificent rugby by England. They are turning on the style in the Stade de France here today. This Parisian crowd cannot quite believe what they're seeing. It was an excellent pass to Sam Underhill, who just burst for that line. Got over and scored a fantastic try. This is it. George Ford, Mara Itoje, Johnny May, Sam Underhill driving forwards. He was being chased by Medard. Samson Monsieur, it's the Englishmen that are running riot here in the Stade de France. Owen Farrell with another kick who has been lethal when he's had the opportunity. Fancy this one. And England's lead now stretches to 20 points. If they manage this game, they could be on for a famous win here in France. Management will be absolutely important for England. France are going to come at them, there's no doubt about that. A long 20 minutes to hang on. Support clearance is taken again by Underhill. Courtney Lawes outside to Mara Itoje, and straight away England could go on the counter attack. It's an excellent pass inside. Absolutely wonderful rugby being played by England. France is stunned, absolutely stunned. There are people leaving. George Ford has got the try. Courtney Lawes, Mara Itoje. Ford continued the run. It is he that received the ball. It's been that pass inside which has been France's undoing. England's fly half gets a try to his name. Excellent work by Mara Itoje. Fantastic vision to spot the run of George Ford, who goes over again. Magnificent rugby straight from the kick-off, and surely that's that. Surely that's England with all the maximum points available in the Stade de France. They need one for the bonus. There is a little bonus from Owen Farrell, who hasn't missed today. He's been brilliant. Itoje robs France of the throw, and here come England again. This is a chance wide to Alani to Anthony Watson. Anthony Watson will go over. Anthony Watson will score. This is something else, and this is shaping up to be one of the finest performances I have ever seen from an England side in the Stade de France. In this second half, they've blown the French away. Excellent ball. Anthony Watson with the pace. And he's just run his way right into Huger and Medard. Magnificent. Well done, Anthony Watson. That was class. Class. Wonderful stuff. Farrell with the conversion. He's been ice cool today. Magnificent, magnificent. Oh, fantastic stuff by England, who have absolutely dominated France in the end. From a side that blew away the All Blacks and Australia so convincingly. They found that form again here in the Stade de France. And in the Six Nations, they've taken a huge leap to potentially winning the whole thing.
Magnificent result there for England. Absolutely brilliant. And it really sets up a fantastic look to the Six Nations table. And we can see there that an early way in this is progressing at the moment. England leads. Ireland are behind them as well. Wales and Italy, thanks to their tries, are drawing level as well. And Scotland and France are currently propping up the rear of the table. However, that was only round 4 more to go. So if you want to keep abreast of them, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications as well. Like this video. Thank you very much for all the feedback that we've had as well. Delight to continue to bring you Grandstand. Remember, we're back tomorrow with Sunday Grandstand, where we're going to be bringing you the Men's Australian Open Final. So join us for that one, and that's between Novak Djokovic and Rafa Nadal. But for everybody here, we hope you have a lovely evening. Thank you very much for joining us. Bye-bye.